fish.
80 degrees, we're pumped. You know, we know Captain Steve. You know, we know he's gonna put us on today. Great way.
Expecting great things getting here. Always do when you come to Hilton Head. Expecting to absolutely slay the redfish. Never really come here and not done that. So
Day one, I'm not gonna lie, we got up. I was feeling pretty good looking at the weather. You're talking like 90 degrees, calm water, everything you want. You know what I mean when it comes to catching redfish.
Well, yesterday was our first fishing adventure of spring break 2011. I was pretty excited about it. You know, planning on catching all kinds of reds. You know, catching ourselves some dinner, eating some.
Day one. I expected a lot out of this trip. And so far, it's like me and the Nancys out there on the high seas.
Pulled to the first spot, a little questionable with all the boats running by. So went over to the Horseshoe. Okay, Horseshoe's a tough spot to catch fish, but there's always fish. But once I said that, there was very evident there was a lot of stingrays, which is particularly the reason that we got stuck on the sandbar.
Captain Steve is push pulling us around. You know, he says hey, cast up there, there's fish that way. The fishing was a little subpar at the moment. We knew it was going to heat up pretty soon, so we were just wasting a little time free gaffing some stingrays. And the tide went out a little lower than we expected, and we were stuck.
nope, didn't slam at all. The sun slayed me.
Yeah.
I got pretty burned, but didn't slay the reds.
Will is more worried about his dang tan and where Margaret is than anything. Steven gets his high and dry, and Ryan looks like he's a dang Al-Qaeda operative. I don't know what to do. I went to sleep last night, I was so pissed.
Probably blame Stephen Page and our biggest moon in 30 years.
In my defense, you know, when you've got 2 children on board, you know, you have to entertain them. You know, like if you're not catching fish, you gotta entertain your customer. That's what I did with the mini gaff and the stingrays.
We were just out, we were out. Steven said, "Hey, let's try free gaff and the stingray." So I was like, "All right, sounds good." I step up to the plate. Well, Chandler had the gaff first. He was like, like a Nancy about it. So I said, "Give me that gaff." Step to the plate, stick one first try. It turns out I'm a beast at.
We got Ryan going for the free gaff on a stingray. And he got him. He free gaffs the stingray. Alright.
His technique was a little wild. He made a mess. He splashed our brand new camera. He got mud all over himself. Like an idiot, really. Play games? You ain't playing games.
Steve-O's giving him a thumbs up. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
No big deal. And so we let Chandler try.
Okay, Ryan has a very aggressive swing, I want to say. More murderous. Chance is a little more fairy-like.
I could tell how he was holding it. He wasn't up to the task. He's down on it, sticks it. He's like, "Oh yeah." No. Then he lets go. Gains his composure back and re-gets it and tries it again. He gets it this time, gets in the boat, and then drops it.
Steady with the gaff, man.
Joe, don't pick it up by the handle.
There's his bar right there.
And
It was a rather limp-wristed attempt. I'll give him that. But my stingrays were much larger than his. Probably my one stingray was bigger than both of his put together. He's in denial over this, so he's taking pot shots at my technique. Typical. He's a rookie.
His technique wasn't exactly the greatest. Had a lot of hesitation. Yeah, I thought Ryan was being a little sassy, to be honest. I mean, Chandler was doing his best, but in the end, I mean, you can't argue with Ryan's performance. Chandler just didn't bring his A game to the table.
You know, I feel like mine was a little more subtle and equally effective. He's not any good at it.
I definitely think there's room to improve in both ends.
We were stuck out there for quite a while. Given in those desperate situations, sometimes it calls for desperate measures. Had we run out of food, what would have been your strategy?
Well, if we're going for sheer mass, obviously we would eat Ryan.
if I had to eat anyone here, it would have to be. None of these kids take care of their body. Probably eat Chandler. He'd be the easiest to kill. He sleeps with his eyes open. I would kill Chandler.
I'm not gonna lie. I was fattening the calf, Ryan Martin, with the snacks in our boat. Kind of beefing him up in hopes that, you know, if the tide never did come back in,
Right.
that would be my choice of meat.
Oh, it would definitely be Matt Reichel. I mean, there's none of us work out harder than him, so his muscles have to be tender.
But I will say that Matt Reichel does have he's been known to have very nice legs. And if you've seen those calf muscles, it's almost like a chicken leg.
He's also the easiest to take down. He's a total head case sometimes, and I feel like I would have an advantage there.
If we're going for tastiness, I feel like Will might taste a little better. I don't know why. You know, that sun-kissed Florida body, I feel like he'd be pretty tasty. So it depends on what you're looking for. If we're going to be stranded for multiple days, we'd have to eat Ryan. If we just wanted something to hold us over till dinner, we'd probably eat Will.